Today we will be looking into the programming part of our watchlist page. Now here as you can see the watchlist page is empty, and if we click on start shopping we will be taken to our home page where we will be shown with our items like this. Now if we click on this button, this icon turns red, and then if we go back to our watchlist, here we can see the item like this with the buy now button, the add to cart button, and a remove button, which if we click on this button, it will remove the item from our watch list. Today we will be looking into how to do this program. First, in our watch list page, we check if we have the user session, which means if a user is logged in, we show this page, and if a user is not logged in, we say please log in first. And if the user is logged in, we show him the design as in the previous video, and then we start the breadcrumb from here, and then we check the connection to our database, and then we take the watch list results from the watch list table according to our user's email to a new variable like this, and then we take the number of results we get. And if the number of results is 0, that means if the user has not selected any products to his watch list, we show him you have no items in your watch list, please start shopping, uh, which is a button with the link to our home page. But if he has selected at least one item to his watch list, we take the information of that uh, the product he has selected, and then we run a query to get the images of the product which he has selected with the product ID, and then we give the image like this, and then we take the product results, the or the information about the product which has the product ID like this, and then we give out the information such as the color, the quantities, the conditions like this, and then we give out the sellers. And then we have three buttons like this: the buy now button, the add to cart button, and the remove button. This remove button also has a function like this: remove to watch list, and that is it in the watch list page. Now in the home page, where we first add the product to our watch list, we have a function called add to watch list, which echoes the product ID. In the functions, we create a new HTML request, and then first we get the information in the get method to the add watchlist process.php with the ID like this, and in here we first check if the session is started, and then we check if the user session is set, then we check if the product ID is taken, and if they are taken we give variables to store the user's email and the product ID like this, and then we have a new variable to store the product data of the given product ID and of the given user's emails like this. Then we check the number of results. If the number of results is equal to 1, we take the information as fetch a sock. We fetch a socket, and then we remove we rem- and then we run a query to delete it from the watch list where the list ID is the given one, which means that now if the product we select is already within the database, that means if the product we click on to add to the watch list is already added in the watch list, it will be deleted. However, if it is not added to the watch list, we run a new query to insert the product ID and the user's email to the database. But if we if the product ID has not been set, we say something is wrong. And if the session of the user is not set, we say please log in first. And then we have the function remove from watchlist as well. In here, uh, we send data in the get method to the remove watchlist.php file, and we send the ID as well. Here, here we first check the connection as always, and then we check if the product ID is there in the get method, and we give it to a variable like this. And then we have a new variable like this, and we run a query to select the product with the ID of the given ID. And then we check the number of results, and if we have results, we fetch a socket. If the number of results is 0, we say something went wrong, please try again later. However, if we have at least one item, we go into our recent table and add the results like this. And then we delete it from the watch list, and then we echo success. If we have not, if we do not get the product ID, we echo please select a product. So this is the programming part of our watchlist page.